All eyes were on the Korean Peninsula over the weekend as the world waited to see whether the U.S. or North Korea would strike. Pyongyang did put on a massive display of military might during its Day of the Sun celebration Saturday, but its missile test fizzled. RT Simone Rosario has 5 things you need to know about North Korea tensions this Monday.
Tensions are only heating up between North Korea and the U.S. Here's what you need to know. A day after North Korea showed off an array of new missiles and launchers at its annual Day of the Sun parade, its attempted missile launch failed, exploding immediately after liftoff, according to U.S. and South Korean officials. Officials say the attempted launch happened in Sinpo, a port city in eastern North Korea. While experts are not sure what type of missile was used, early reports indicate it could have been a medium-range missile. Meanwhile, the Vice Foreign Minister of North Korea told the BBC the country will be conducting missile tests on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. Little is known about North Korea's missile program, but like Sunday's missile launch, which blew up within seconds, we do know that North Korea's missiles have a high rate of failure, and it's possible the U.S. has something to do with it. More than 3 years ago, then-President Barack Obama ordered the Pentagon to step up its cyber and electronic strikes against North Korea's missile program. Soon after, North Korea's rockets began to explode, veer off course, disintegrate midair, and plunge into the sea. It could just be bad workmanship, and cyber sabotage will only work for so long. But it could also be a concerted effort by the U.S. to infiltrate North Korea's supply chain of missile parts and lace them with defects. Vice President Mike Pence is in Seoul, South Korea, following North Korea's failed missile launch. He said the decades of U.S. efforts to peacefully dismantle North Korea's nuclear program is over.
Over the past 18 months, North Korea has conducted 2 unlawful nuclear tests and an unprecedented number of ballistic missile tests, even conducting a failed missile launch as I traveled here for this visit. The era of strategic patience is over.
The Trump administration's approach: maximum pressure and engagement. With that in mind, the United States Carl Vinson strike group is still on its way to South Korea's eastern waters. But it's not alone. It seems Russia and China are tailing the aircraft carrier to gather intelligence as both countries call for restraint. The Korea Herald reports the Carl Vinson will arrive by April 25th, the same day North Korea is set to celebrate its armed forces. That includes North Korea's Special Forces Unit, a deadly group pictured for the first time at this weekend's military parade. The highly trained troops are reportedly on standby to defend the country and its leader against a foreign attack. The elite force is shown here on state media doing a number of challenging tasks meant to counter that of U.S. Navy SEALs. During the parade, the announcer boasted that once Kim Jong-un issues an order, these forces will, quote, charge with resolve to thrust a sword through the enemy's heart. And those are 5 things you need to know. In Washington, Simone Rosario, RT.